Good morning, Hampton Roads. How's everybody doing today? And welcome to Virginia's only local real estate investing podcast, where we get to talk about local investors, local deals, and all things local. I'm your host, the founder of the Master Investor Academy, and today we are doing a very special video for you. We're going to call it Quiche with Closers.
Quiche with Closers, baby.
So we have a house guest today who flew into town from Texas so that he can speak to my coaching students, and I figured while he was here I was going to have him speak to you so we can maybe teach you something. This is John Jackson. Say hello, John.
Hey everybody, hello Hampton Roads and all people in Virginia Beach.
But before we get into John, I wanted to tell you about, we had the ODU game yesterday. Went to the ODU. That was the first home game. It was absolutely fantastic. We're still not filling the new stands, but it was a great time. They crushed Hampton. I'm sorry if you guys are in Hampton, but crushed Hampton. It was absolutely fantastic game. And I took John out for a fancy lunch yesterday, and I wanted to tell you about it, although I'm sure he was going to tell you about it. We only had an hour in between my event and him speaking to our coaching clients, so I took him out for a great lunch at, John, you want to tell him where I took you for lunch?
Yeah, he took me to the fine dining establishment of Wawa, where you can actually get 5 gallons of premium and a hot dog at the same location. That's where we went to lunch. I fly my butt all the way here from Texas to come share knowledge and wisdom with his students, because God knows they haven't gotten any yet. And he goes, "Oh, John, I got to take you to lunch." And I'm like, "I'm excited. Okay, we're going to sit down and have a nice steak, maybe some lobster or something, because the ocean's right out here." No, he takes me to a gas station. And I get a sandwich at a gas station.
So anyway, John Jackson is known as the king of lease options, and that's what he came to teach my coaching students, and that's what he's going to talk to you guys about today. If you're not in the lease option world, he's going to give you a couple minutes of insight as to what it is he does and how he does it, and maybe it's something you guys may want to run with.
Yeah, so I guess we're done talking about the fine dining experience.
Tell them where we went for dinner, though. That was fine dining.
Last night,
Chick's Oyster Bar.
Oh, last night we had dinner. We had dinner at the football stadium. We had a burrito box at the stadium. Nothing's too much for this guy. Nothing. Anyway, so I'm here. So my specific niche in real estate is lease options, and lease options are way underutilized, I feel, in real estate. So many people are trying to do, whether it's rehabbing or wholesaling, and that's fine. Nothing against that. But almost nobody really does lease options, and that's what I've done specifically for 18 years. And so that's what I teach about, that's what I talk about, is using lease options in real estate. And what I specifically do is lease option assignments, where you're working with pretty houses in pretty areas, and it doesn't matter if the owner has equity or not. You're not negotiating with the owner, you're simply locking it up with a lease option, then assigning that contract to the end buyer, who is a typical family looking to have a little bit of time to get ready for finance while they live in the house. You as the investor get paid an assignment fee. It's a quick in, quick out, no risk, no money, no rehabbing, no cleanup or anything. It's a great way to not only get started in real estate, but also if you're a wholesaler and you're generating all these leads and you have leads that you're throwing away, it's a great way to utilize those dead leads. This is my beautiful new wife calling me right now.
Don't mind him while he takes a call.
Don't mind me. This video is so exciting. I'm gonna take a call.
So, how long have you been doing it, John?
18. My wife?
No.
Oh, real estate. Oh, 18 years since 2003. Is this a family show?
It's gonna be now. Yeah. So what is an average assignment fee?
Average assignment fee for a lease option is about $12,000 to $14,000, depending on where you live. I live in Fort Worth, Texas, so our average fee is about $12,000, $14,000. My students that live in, say, New York or maybe California, they may be closer to $25,000, $30,000. We get about 5% of the price of the property as an assignment fee, and we do that consistently. And the great thing is that, again, we're using leads that wholesalers are throwing away because they don't fit their little box of 70% ARV minus repairs. So those are great leads for us. And again, we're working with houses that are listed on the MLS for sell by owner, for rent by owner. These are great candidates for lease options, and that's specifically what we do and what I teach my students.
What would you say is the hardest part of the lease option business?
Wow, what's the hardest? It's really so easy.
I mean, it must be if you're doing it, but I'm
if
curious.
It's so easy that I can do it. The hardest part, I guess, I would say, is not overthinking it. because it's really so simple. If you've ever leased a car, like a Cadillac or a BMW, something like that, where you're making payments on the car, but you have the option to buy that car before the end of the lease, that's exactly what we do, except instead of a BMW, it's a house. So it's just literally that simple. So I think the hardest part really for most people is not overanalyzing, because it's really simple. You're just putting a lease option together on the house and assigning it.
Two less things. If you were able to give somebody one tip that's thinking about, they're already in real estate, they're thinking about maybe engaging in the lease option business, if you were going to give them one tip getting started, what do you think you would tell somebody?
Start off doing free marketing. Free marketing meaning literally go to Zillow, go to Trulia, find for sale by owner, for rent by owner houses, and call them up or text them and say, hey, it's a beautiful house. Would you entertain a short-term lease purchase? Full price, no commission. And so my tip is to just do free marketing. Don't worry about direct mail yet, just because that costs money. Do free marketing for sale by owner, for rent by owner, and always be creative with your marketing. Get creative with marketing, because I always say that creativity will always beat recklessly used money when it comes to real estate.
All right, and last thing, if somebody that was watching this wanted to get in touch with you, and I'm not sure why they would, but if somebody wanted to get in touch with you or wanted to see how you do your training,
is this going to take long? Because I'm trying to text my wife. She's in Brazil eating breakfast.
How would they get in touch with you?
I would have to imagine anybody watching your channel. I'm okay if they don't contact me, but
except you. He likes you.
I like you. I love you a lot.
Other people.
If you want to learn about lease options, you can go to leaseoptionclasses.com, leaseoptionclasses.com. I've got my free lease option calculator there, my free lead sheet, it's a little price sheet, a lot of free stuff there. A lot of great videos there as well that are on YouTube at leaseoptionclasses.com.
All right, fantastic. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next one, and have an absolutely fantastic day.
We're going to go to Wawa.
Going to Wawa.